Before the day begins, the classroom is already ready with lesson plans, with tiny chairs, with learning corners, and with little hope in every teacher's heart. Today's episode is about the early childhood educators who give a lot to every child in their class, and yet they forget to give back a little to themselves. If you're an educator, a parent, or a school leader, be with me till the end. Welcome to the Walking Bird Show. I'm Dr. Vasavi Acharya, and today we'll be talking about the early childhood educators who we always see in the early childhood classroom as loving, welcoming individuals, but we rarely think about their daily work. So how does the life of an early childhood educator look like? They get up in the morning, they get ready with their own work, and they reach school with a heart and a smile to welcome the children. Now, what is expected of them? They come to the classroom, they set up the classroom, the activities for the entire day, what is the curriculum that they are going to follow on that day, what is their plan, what is the activity lineup, and everything for the child has to be ready. And when the child arrives, they welcome them with a smile and with a hug. They are ready to answer every query of parents. They are ready to wipe every tear of every child and to relish in the joy of learning. They have to be very observant in the classroom because whatever they're imparting, they need to know that the children are grasping whatever is being taught to them. They need to be really alert because children are very little and they are also very active. So the early childhood educator needs to be really active in the classroom. They have to see whether every child has eaten their tiffin, whether they have done their work, if any kind of work goes back to the home, whether it is put in the bag. Is the child happy? Observe all the time. Also during activities, they have to see and observe and write all the outcomes of learning that has happened in the classroom. And they have to do all this while staying calm, patient, and emotionally available. This is not just work. This is heart work. This is emotional work. So they have burnout. Now, why do they have burnout? The work of an early childhood educator often goes unrecognized. Parents feel that they are, teachers of children who are so young. What are they actually teaching? It's not a big deal. So they really do not appreciate the work of early childhood educators. Also, in India, we can see that the pay scale of early childhood educators is not very high because they're teaching children in their early childhood years. And this, again, many feel that it is less work. At the same time, they have their own things to juggle, they have their own emotional overload. There is barely time to pause when they are in the classroom. So this leads to burnout of early childhood educators. I have spoken to many. I have been in this domain for past 25 plus years, and I can see that sometimes there's a lot of frustration amongst the early childhood educators. They feel that, ma'am, we are not doing great job. It's as if we are just coming to school. That is how we are made to feel, but it is not like that. Every day of a child is full of learning, and if the early childhood educators do not give their 100%, the child will never have the foundational learning proper. They will not have a strong bedrock for later success. So they do really important work. Now let us look at how these burnout come out and express themselves in the life of an early childhood educators. Burnout can be seen in signs like constant tiredness, no motivation to teach. It can be like self-doubt. It can be a feeling where the teacher is feeling overwhelmed. Burnout is a signal, it is not a weakness. So how can we prevent burnout? Now I'll give you a few tips that will help you prevent burnout and stay motivated during your class hours and even after your class. The first is let go of perfection. In an early childhood classroom, it's always chaotic. So you cannot expect to be perfect. If, as an educator, you feel that you need to be perfect, you'll always feel frustrated. So go with the flow. Create micro pauses. Wait. When there is a lot of commotion, a lot of chaos, just pause. Take a few deep breaths and you'll feel more relaxed and more motivated to go back again to the classroom. So always take the pauses. Third, set emotional boundaries. Don't carry the burden of the classroom and of the school to your home. Always separate your professional life with your personal life. That would enable to always stay motivated and rejuvenated. Tip 4 is connect with fellow educators. Ask for help. You will not be any less if you ask for help. Do not think like that. Always find friendship, find deep connection with your fellow educators and never hesitate to ask for help. And finally, ask why you're here. Find the purpose. Why have you chosen this profession? Why not other professions? There's so many out there. But why have you chosen to be with children in the early childhood years? Because you love them. You have a passion for that. And once you know your purpose, you appreciate and understand why you are there and the contribution that you're doing to this domain, you will feel more motivated. You'll feel happy to come to work every day. My message to school leaders: don't only support your educators administratively, but support them with your heart. They do really hard work. So you need to be supportive. You need to help them every time you can, every time they need help. And to parents, I would like to tell you that always respect your child's teacher. Their work shape the life of your children. An educator who feels valued will always give children a lot, and these children will flourish. So it's important that parents respect and value the early childhood educators. And my dear educators, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Rest is not laziness. Self-care is not selfishness. You need to stay happy, rejuvenated, and energetic in order to give your best to the children in every classroom and outside. So, if you resonate with this video, feel free to like and subscribe to this channel and also share it to your fellow educators. Before I leave you, I would want to ask you a few questions which you can answer or inbox me. What is the most exhausting part of the day in your journey as an educator? What gives you the most joy in the classroom? Have you experienced burnout as an educator? What tip would you want to follow in the coming week to stay rejuvenated? And what is the support you expect from parents and the edu leaders when you are in the schools? Until we meet next time, stay happy, stay blessed, stay rejuvenated, and give your best in the early childhood classroom. See you again next week. Bye.